Revealing your truth with the loving energy. The Loving Energy Newsletter, Snake Issue number 10. 1. Hello Words. 2. The Divine Reveals Words. 3. One word already out, 4-horse difficult chase. 4. Second pyramid transmission, addition misinterpretation. 5. I soar high with wings wide. One. Hello words. Hello everyone. Welcome to the Loving Energy Newsletter, Snake Issue number 10, which is all about words. I've been thinking about words ever since my online friends and I had a discussion about telepathy. It appeared that we had different views about what telepathy was. After our meeting, I couldn't let go and wanted to prove that I was right about the definition. When I tried to understand it by dissecting the Chinese term 心靈感應, which means telepathy, I realized my strong reaction with the different opinions of the word wasn't at all about its meaning, but that it brought on much treasured childhood memories of when my brother and I would ponder about strange things like telepathy, and I cherished those moments so much that I couldn't bear anyone else talking about the same topic. I realized then, a few days prior, my heart sank with disappointment when I went to an old house to look at the items for sale there. My artist friend in the village, who adores old furniture, was helping his friend who inherited this old house sort out the contents for sale the next weekend. My friend invited Photoman and I to have a look at the many furniture and house items the owner's father used to collect for resale, so that we could have first pick. I love looking at old things, so the disappointment feeling puzzled me. Upon some thinking, I realized I was disappointed because my friend told us to look at antiques. I didn't see any antiques there. I saw a lot of old things. I would call them vintage or simply old furniture. An item has to be over 100 years old to be considered an antique. I talked to my friend about this. Tell me what period they are from, and then I will tell you if you qualify to know their age, said my friend. I think they are mostly post-war. People here have no idea, and half would be antique. I know this stuff very well. So I was half right. Maybe he wanted to make everything sound nicer, without knowing that discrepancy can bring on disappointment. In my 20s, I was obsessed with antiques, and I visited antique shops whenever I was in Europe for my flight attendant job. I guess even if all the items on sale were way over 100 years old, I would still have felt disappointed because I have attached the meaning of antique to those very expensive things that I used to drool over. Oh, and the exquisite exhibits in the antique museum that had no price tags. The last word that got me in contemplation mode was the word dragon. I've told you in Dragon Issue number 1 that Chinese people have very different view on dragons to Westerners. It got me thinking about it again when I learned Qigong by following an online course. The teacher Mimi Kuo Dimer told the Chinese dragon story at the beginning of her Qigong course on dragon forms because she knew in the West dragons are known to be evil creatures. She told the story of how 4 dragons saved people in China by bringing seawater to their land when there was a drought, despite being told to wait by the Jade Emperor. The Jade Emperor was enraged by the dragons' disobedience and imprisoned them inside 4 mountains. The dragons still wanted to help, and they transformed themselves into the 4 main rivers of China so that people will always have water for the land. During the practice, I felt all nice inside because, like every Chinese person, I love dragons and believe that they are the most positive creature ever, and the practice brought out the nicest qualities in me. And then I realized the Chinese most beloved creature is not a dragon at all, they do not look like dragons, and they have very different temperament to dragons. I think the problem started when the first people who made the English translation were too lazy to come up with a new word, and they didn't bother to learn about this creature before tarnishing their reputation by calling them dragon. May your true essence be felt and honored always. Love, Stephanie said, the loving energy. Note: all the images used in this newsletter are of the vintage items I bought from the half-antique open house sale. In the video, Free Mindful Dragon Qigong Workshop, Flying Dragon and Spirit Dragon shakes its spine, Qigong Master Mimi Kuo Dima takes us through the first two forms of the Dragon Qigong. I put the video in the description and the end screen of this video. Two, the Divine Reveal's words. The Divine Reveal TDR is a quantum health process that typically runs for 5 to 8 weeks, approximately 12 to 14 hours appointment time. Ruth Ahern was inspired by Anita Mojani's near-death experience, NDE, as detailed in her book Dying to Be Me, to create this unique modality for bringing phenomenal transformation to committed individuals. All sessions are conducted online via Zoom. The first two steps of the TDR process, the TDR introductory session and Dying to Be Me book discussion, are always free of charge, so that you will have necessary information to decide if and when you want to engage in the whole process. To read more about TDR or to schedule a TDR introductory session, please use the links in the description. Before we start the hypnosis that brings clients to have an experience as the pure essence, we ask what name they prefer to address the Creator. People have very different feelings for when different words are used. Some prefer God, while some have bad feelings towards the word because of things they were told, like God punishes, and prefer words like source. We ask this because during the hypnosis, we will guide clients to experience love from God or source, and we would like to use the word that the clients choose for maximum impact. Some clients told me they use different words and they don't mind which one I use. I will ask them then to tell me how they feel about each of these words and to choose one. For example, for me, God is like a friend, while source seems more immense. I asked my practitioner to say God for my TDR session because I preferred the warmth that the word God brought to me. What name do you use for the loving creative energy that creates us all? How do you feel when you say this name? Three, one word already out, 4-horse difficult chase. The thought of the moon cycle is 一言既出，駟馬難追. One word already out, 4-horse difficult chase, which is a Chinese idiom that means once a word is said, even a carriage led by 4 horses cannot catch it and take it back. When I first met Photoman, I noticed that he used the word promise a lot. He would say what he was going to do for me, and then he would add, I promise. He didn't deliver all of his promises, and I started to wonder if the word promise guaranteed anything. You see, Chinese people don't use the word promise in this way. We were taught to 咬口齒, have mouth teeth, which means to be trustworthy and honor what we say. Therefore, we don't have to say I promise to express that we mean what we say. We just do. I cannot say that all Chinese people are trustworthy people, but at least this is what we grew up with. In very rare occasions, Chinese people would use the word swear, and we use it in a very serious way. Like, I swear to the sky I did not kill your mother. Yes, it is such a serious word that it is only used in dramatic situations like that. I find it strange that English native speakers can use the word swear in much more casual situations, and I am puzzled that the word can also mean using profanity. The idiom 一言既出，駟馬難追, one word already out, 4-horse difficult chase, reminds us more than keeping our words. It also reminds us that we cannot take back whatever we say, and therefore be mindful of what we say and always speak with integrity. During this moon cycle, observe whether you keep your words and are mindful of your speech, or do you have regret of what was said and wish you could take them back. Four, second pyramid transmission, addition, misinterpretation. During the final land and property healing with second meeting, I read out the written report to my client paragraph by paragraph to see if they have any questions. At the beginning, I sent the written report via email. I added the meeting because of the following client. Shortly after healing for her home, the client came to me for a second treatment. She was always calm, gentle, and soft-spoken, but this time she looked emotional when she told me she was very upset by what I wrote in the report. She was upset because I told her that her home received detrimental energy from one of her cousins who was jealous of her. She said she couldn't think of anyone who could wish her harm like that. She was so upset that she started weeping. Ah, of course. But she's not doing that on purpose, I told my client. It's something like her mother told her to be more like you, to have a husband like yours, children like yours, and good job like yours. Your cousin feels bad, and she has bad feelings towards you without meaning to, and that somehow affects your home negatively. But she doesn't hate you or anything. My client's face lit up and she smiled. She told me she understood. I think she knew who this cousin was too. Why didn't you ask me right away in an email? Were you upset all this time? I thought I could ask you today. To save my clients from having unnecessary heartbreaks, I now email them the report only after I read it out to them. Second pyramid transmission started when an idea came to me to share Second in a simple way. It is not how I normally facilitate a Second treatment. What I do with Second pyramid transmission is that I channel a certain amount of Second energy for you. I also create a pyramid for you as sacred place to be placed around you when you are receiving the transmission. My Divine Spirit team fills the pyramid with elements and colors according to the moon cycle's collective energy need. You can receive this transmission at your convenience during this moon cycle. Here's what you need to do in order to receive this transmission. 1. Get comfortable by either sitting with your back supported or lying down on your back for relaxation and circulation. 2. Give intention to the effect of, I would like to receive the snake issue number 10, second pyramid transmission now, to my highest good and will. 3. Relax for about half an hour. That's it. This time, my Divine Spirit team filled the pyramid with vibration of sea agate, rainbow, ant, horse, lake, long, feng, and qilin. Look up the properties of these items if you feel drawn to. You may or may not feel anything. It's fine. Having sensation is not a requirement. The only requirement is that you are willing to receive. Please remember to say, to my highest good and will, so you know you are in control. If you have any questions, please leave a comment. I would love to hear about your experience. If you want to share the gift of second pyramid transmission with your friends, please send them the link to subscribe for the Loving Energy newsletter. The link can be found in the description. 5. I soar high with wings wide. The "You are amazing" affirmation of this moon cycle is, I soar high with wings wide. The Chinese dragon, or rather long, as we Chinese say, is not the only of our beloved creatures who got misrepresented. The Chinese phoenix, or feng, although shares similar appearance as phoenix, is not the same as the phoenix from Greek mythology. It doesn't die and have rebirth from its ashes. It is a divine creature like long. In most traditional restaurants in Hong Kong, you can find wall sculptures of a long and a feng in gold. To be honest, my understanding regarding long and feng is not the clearest. Chinese people use long feng a lot to depict masculine and feminine energy, like for a wedding couple, and I used to think that all long are male and all feng are female. Only when I started pondering about long, I realized, of course, it can be either male or female. Feng Huang is a pair of divine creatures. My mom said the old masters used to say Feng chase Huang, which made Feng male and Huang female. Therefore, Feng is male and Feng Huang depicts masculine and feminine energy. Regardless of the gender, one certain thing about Long, Feng, and Huang is that they are magnificent divine creatures. They exude positivity. They are wise and compassionate. They soar high freely and boldly. They express with both their qi and their bodies. They fly and they dance. Ink brush is the main Chinese traditional writing instrument, and Long Fei Feng Mou, Long Fly Feng dance is used to describe calligraphy being majestic, powerful, and full of qi. Can you imagine writing like that? Can you imagine being like that, expressing your true power and living as the magnificent creature that you are? During this moon cycle, say, I soar high with wings wide, daily and often, and feel how free and expansive you become. I have yet to create a guided meditation with Long or Feng Wang, but I have made one with unicorn. I put the link to the video of Visiting the Unicorn Land guided meditation in the description and the end screen of this video. We have reached the end of the snake issue number 10. The next issue will arrive at your mailbox on the 20th of November, Thursday, which is the first day of the 10th month in the Chinese calendar. Yes, the next new moon day.